What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you for being here. I do not have the album information out right now, for which we are about to listen to, but I can tell you that it's going to be a little bit of Roy Harper. We're going to listen to the last track on the album, Stormcock, which is Me and My Woman. I am pulling it up as we speak, released in 1971, sorry. And I also apologize for my lack of eye contact. It's because I'm trying to get the stuff up and I want to look at you. You guys look great, but I just have to make sure I have all the right information up here, all the right lyrics, make sure I got the right versions. If there's different versions, I got to get it all ready, get it all together. But I can tell you one thing. You got it together. Hey, let's go ahead and let the music play. Roy Harper, Me and My Woman. Oh, la, 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 let's go.
I never know what kind of day it is on my battlefield of ideas, but the way she touches and the way it feels must be just how it heals. But it's got a little better since I let her Sundance. I never know what time of year it is, living on top of the fire. But the robin outside is to hunt and hide in the cold, frosty shire. But he knows just what goes in between his cold toes and his warm ears. And he's got no disguise in his eyes for his lover she needs. Spreads her shelter, she takes the tall skies, as they helter skelter along the same sides. And she wakes my days with a glad face. She fakes and says I'm a hard case. She makes and plays like a bad ace, carrying my ways into stop space. And she knows me well, but what the hell only time can tell. load speaks out on the pig pen's fawn. The sword slides out on the nation's mourn. The horde strides out on the chosen spawn. The devil rides out in the heavens yawn. And he knows me well. But what the hell, only time can tell where we're going to. Me and my woman. Me and my what a day to play at living. What a mess we make. What a trust we break. Not giving our wings to our children. Oh, how we fail them. Oh, how we nail them. Sunset, my color, King is my name. Darkness, she's my love. So near and so near. Through the silence that has taken my place, on the plains of the morning that I just could not face. Asking you these questions, telling you these lies, enveloping directions, the dawn fanfare. The jewel leaves the lures and the magic air. Feel a finger running through my nightmares lair. Feel most together with my nowhere stare. And you know me well. But what the hell only time to tell. Where am I going to? Me and my
And that is Roy Harper Stormcock. Wow. So let me get this right out the gate before I move any further. Usually I do this at the end of the video, especially after finishing up an album, but let's just say it right now. Me and My Woman and Same Old Rock are my favorite tracks on the album. The two longest tracks on the album are my favorites. There's so much development that's going on in both tracks and really in all the tracks, but let's talk about this one specifically. So much composition, so much dynamic development throughout all of this. Even if you took out all the beautiful horn sections, orchestral bits, even if you took out all that, just acoustically, just Harper's voice, his delivery, and the changes and the methods that he uses to make these changes is extremely unique. It's very progressive. It's very exciting to listen to. You want to hear where he goes next because he creates different scenes that are so exciting as they begin to turn on the stage. You're like, what's coming around the corner? You know, it kind of captures that essence of excitement. And I think he did a fantastic job just in the structuring of all of that. However, it really is those extra orchestral compositions that clothe and robe around the acoustic guitar and Harper's voice that really give this just a little bit of a golden shimmer on top of everything. Whether it is those huge, bombastic, dramatic string sweeps, or like I mentioned, those horn sections that just push a certain spirit into the music, or the backwards guitar sounds that we had at one point in here. There's so much going on from Bedford, who's providing the compositions of the orchestra and everything, that takes this to a totally different level, a different planet, as a matter of fact. And as I mentioned, like, you would have had all of that with just the guitar and Harper, but it was those little additions, and actually they're very big additions, I would say, that really like change everything. But kind of getting back to Harper and his guitar strictly, I really like how about 3/4 of the way through, the music changes again, and Harper becomes a lot more angsty in his delivery. The guitar becomes a lot heavier, actually, even too. And yeah, it's acoustic. There's no distortion or anything like that, or no effects applied as far as I can tell. But even the way he plays is just very rock and roll. It's very heavy, as if to signify some sort of conflict, which in the lyrics, I think there may be. I don't really know exactly what's going on lyrically, but most of the time I don't, you know? But even when you don't understand exactly what's being said, it's, as some of you have mentioned, just the way the words are used and the way that the prose is presented that conjures up images in your mind and perhaps conjures up more feelings than a literal story or a literal meaning that's being presented to us. It's more how it makes us feel. And with something as abstract as music, isn't it always going to be like that? Isn't it always going to be, how does it make us feel? Regardless of what's being said, but sometimes, yes, because of what's being said, how does it make you feel? And I think that this song makes me feel very strongly. I never know what kind of day it is on my battlefield of ideals, but the way she touches and the way it feels must be just how it heals. But it's got a little better since I lit her Sundance. He's talking about me and his woman. Or him and his woman. Not me. I never know what time of year it is living on top of the fire, and the robin outside has to hunt and hide in the cold frosty shire. But he knows just what goes in between his cold toes and his warm ears, and he's got no disguise in his eyes for his love as she nears. He spreads her a shelter, she takes the tall skies, as they helter-skelter along the same size. And she wakes my days with a glad face, she fakes and says I'm a hard case, she makes and plays like a bad ace, carrying my ways into scarred space, but she knows me well, but what the hell, only time can tell where we're going to. And in that last verse, in the last few lines of that verse, I like how he kind of, I always say skips stones across the water, because he changes his delivery right there, and he changes his rhyme scheme, which I thought was really nice. Me and my woman, me and my little woman. Now, is he talking about a literal woman, or is he talking about something else that he's using a woman to be representative of? I would assume the latter, but you never know. And the Lord speaks out, and pigpens fawn. The sword slides out, and nations mourn. The horde strides out, and chosen spawn. This is my favorite line, by the way. The devil rides out, and the heavens yawn. It's perfect. And he knows me well. But what the hell, only time can tell where we're going. So there's almost a perhaps ignoring things that are going on as he compares with all these different lines. There's an action that happens and someone else ignores it. So is he relating this to a relationship in which perhaps she does something, his woman, but he ignores it? Maybe they're not together anymore, and now he's beginning to regret it, and he should have taken action when action was required. What a lovely day, what a day to play at living. What a mess we make, what a trust we break, not giving our wings to our children, how we fail them, how we nail them. So not only do you just fail them, but you nail them. You nail them to the ground. Now they really can't fly. Sunset my color and king is my name. Darkness, she's my lover, and we live in shame. Too far away from the light of day and so near, can I break through the silence that has just taken my place on the plains of the morning that I could not face. Can I break through the silence that has taken my place? They were together, but now there's only silence. There's something missing. Asking you these questions, telling you these lies, enveloping directions, developing disguise, open to suggestions, but closed to all my eyes, dead on arrival where I stand. I think he's messing up a relationship. But it really could be something completely different. Now, I do see here on the side, because I'm using Genius, I do see on the side here that it says, in a booklet from the digitally remastered version of the album, Harper wrote a little introduction with clues on what resides behind the meaning of each track. It offers a good and simple summary of what the album is about. Let's take a little bit of a dig here. This is his words. Stormcock is made up of 4 pieces. 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1 is the Joker, me, you. The judge sat on his great ass. 2 is the same old rock. 1 new sling, the same Neolithic BS. 3 is my anti-war violence anthem. 4 represents an expression of my deep desire for us to really know who we are and where that might be taking us. So with that in mind, we can kind of look at these lyrics with a little bit of a different perspective to an extent. Looking within ourselves and realizing who we are and accepting ourselves for who we are. And know where that will be taking us in the future. And he does describe a journey here in this song. When he talks about the, let me see where what it's talking about. Space is just an ashtray. Flesh is my best wheel. The atmosphere is my highway, and the landscape's my next meal. Like he's continually moving forward, moving on to the horizon. The cuckoo, she moves through the dawn fanfare. The dew leaves the roofs of the magic air. Feeling a finger through my nightmare's lair. Feel most together with my nowhere stare. And you tell me well, or you know me well. But what the hell, only time can tell where I'm going. Me and my woman. I don't know exactly what he's talking about, but in the long run and in a sense, it doesn't really matter. It's just the words and, like I said, the images and the feelings overall that make you feel. You know, and this makes me feel. So, I don't know. You could probably look at that with 1,000 different interpretations, and each one would be right. Hey, let me know what you guys thought of the album. Let me know what your favorite track off of the album was. I already told you mine too. Yeah, that was easy. Didn't take much thought from me on this one. But I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments down below. You can let me know down there. You can follow me on Twitter. You can support the channel on Patreon. Thank you so much for being here. Hope that you enjoyed the journey and listening alongside me. Thank you for listening alongside me. And I will see you all tomorrow. Bye.